phrase that is the most contradictory to any creator, but makes sense to every craftsman. It is creativity is the enemy. Now, this didn't really make sense at first, but I thought it was a really cool idea after I heard about it in the right context, and then even better when it was explained by Tom Sachs himself. Now, the concept comes from 10 bullets that Tom Sachs created, and it's the first one of work to code. And this bullet talks about working in the specific way and in the specific system that you are meant to create when you're creating something. Now, this really caught me off guard because I've always thought of creativity as something that is respectable in someone to be known as a creative person. Now, the interesting part is that it really messed with me because creativity in a system that is already created, that is already meant to flow in a certain direction. When you're drawing, it's a very linear process of you start with what do you want to draw, you start sketching, and you don't really change what you're doing. Now, the same is applicable when you are building something, when you are trying to do something over and over and over and over and over. You do not change your system. You do not change the way you're crafting something. You do not change the way, the tools you use, the things you do along the way, the journey you take. And a great example is one of my friends was trying to screw a tire back in with a wrench, and they decided to turn the wrench a different way from a different angle than they were told to do. And because of that, he knocked himself out with the wrench because it had so much force that he knocked himself out with the wrench. And in that sort of way, you have to work the same system. You have to work the system you're meant to be working. And you can't really do it another way. It's really easy to get caught up in because you want to try to figure out a quicker way to do something. You want to try to figure out a better way of doing something. But sometimes it just takes doing the action and not worrying about the time and not worrying about trying to do something better, quicker. So creativity is the enemy, and a system that is already created to work the way it's supposed to work. And it's even for your safety to not be creative with it, to act, to enforce creativity to be the enemy. And this concept by Tom Sachs is really cool. And I'm just going over several principles that Tom Sachs has talked about. Another one you can check out is here.